Hello and welcome back to Star Citizen. My name is Evenlease, and today on 10 Minutes More or Less Ship Review, right behind me, the GREYCAT ROC. Let's go ahead and take a look. Thank you to What124 as well as WinRar42 for assisting me with today's quick review of the ROC. This is a ground mining vehicle that goes after very small hand mining rocks. Now, there is quite the field of enjoyment here with this ship. You make a lot of UEC with this thing. It's just fun driving it around while you're jamming out to music and having a good old time. My recommendation is when you bring this to somewhere to mine, make sure when you jump to a point of interest, you don't just mine around that general area. Jump to a point of interest, go about 30 to 40 kilometers away, and then start your process, because if you don't, you could potentially become victim to a pirate or a hostile target out there that does want to take advantage of you being in a ground vehicle. Now, taking a look at the GREYCAT ROC, it is $55 if you're to buy it on the Pledge Store, or $103,950 aUEC if you're to go ahead and buy it in-game. Now, you do have a 3-minute and 32-second claim time, and if you were to expedite it, it is 1 minute and 6 seconds. So, if you overcharge a rock, which, it happens, looking on screen right now, I'm being recovered after walking by, and one of them exploding by the lovely WinRar42 there, just shooting that rock, a little bit of an overdrive, and then it went kaboom, right? It happens, and when that happens, sometimes you destroy the ROC in the process. Thankfully, did not happen this time around, but if it does happen, expedited time is not bad at all. Now, the rock mining arm does come with a size 0 Arbor MHV mining laser, which it's okay. It does the job. You can definitely upgrade that laser to a couple different options. And then you do have 2 size 1 module points for the ROC, allowing you to add some modules there and assist in cracking some rocks and quicker in time and everything, which honestly, I don't really feel like this vehicle needs any of the assistance. It does a good job already so far, no matter what. Now, it doesn't have a shield, and you also have 3,400 HP, so it's not going to sit here and take a lot of hits from any sort of combat ships or anything. Don't expect that. If you start seeing someone flying around you, it's probably best to get out of this as soon as you can and get yourself to the ship that you brought this thing in on. Now, when you're taking this thing out to mine, there are specific rocks you should be looking at to make the best amount of money. So let's take a look. This is straight from Regolith Rocks, which will help you in your mining career. Janolite's going to get you the most amount of money. A single gem is 19,000 aUEC, but then if you load up an entire ROC, it's 22 million. Now, that's extremely hard rock to find, but you can definitely find a lot of these other ones like Hadonite, Phenemeline, Aphrite, Baridum, Dolvine, and a Glycosite. But I will say right now the Carinite, Gelicium, and Sodilium is down in the Hathor mine area, so won't be finding that anywhere out in the general vicinity on a planet. Now, I do focus for Hadonite and Phenemeline, but Janolite is definitely the goal when you're out there looking for a rock to crack. And then, of course, to do so, you would just get into the pilot seat and look at a rock. Make sure it's scanned so you can kind of see where you need to get into the green zone, and start your laser at 0%. Start to slowly crawl up with left alt scroll wheel to allow more power from that laser to go ahead and start cracking that rock. You want to get that bar into the green and do not let it go to the red. So right when you're getting into the green, it's good to kind of pull back your power a little bit and make sure you don't overcharge, and then keep it nice and steady to where you crack that rock with no issues. Once that rock's cracked, you go ahead and hit left alt left mouse button and hit left click again, and you'll collect all the rocks from that cracking. It's a really great tool, an awesome looking machine. Let's go ahead and take a look at this thing in first person really quick so you can kind of take a look at what options and accessibility you do have. So right here from the front, this is where you would access the ROC to go ahead and get in. And then if you make your way around the side, it's got some nice little detail here. And then on the back, you can deploy this, which will allow you, once you unlock the ports from the pilot seat, to remove this bag, because you can buy additional bags and just kind of swap them as you fill them. Now, we mined over 40 rocks, or WinRar mined over 40 rocks throughout this whole video here, and we didn't fill an entire bag yet. And that was mining a really expensive material, and that's too bad, but we are about 3/4 the way, so it's still going to be a good amount of money. And then on the right here, if you hit open door, this does go to your storage. You can go ahead and access that, giving you a total of 1,200 micro SU is really awesome. Look at that, 871 rocks at that cost for the phenylalanine is going to be quite the amount of money, so gotta love that. I'm going to close that on up and make our way to the side here. This is a great looking vehicle. It does exactly what you need it to do for going out there and making some money. I'd say, you know, if you have 100,000 UEC, 103,000 to be exact, go out there and get one of these immediately, rent yourself a Cutlass Black if you don't have anything to carry it, and take this out rock mining. You can make a lot of money. For what we have in there, we're close to 500,000 in UEC right now. Also, you could transport this using a multitude of different vehicles, from the Freelancer to a Nomad to the Cutlass to the Shiv. Anything bigger than that that has an entry point with a ramp, you can typically fit this on there, and it's totally worth it. Absolutely worth it. If I were to give this thing a review like I do with my ground vehicles, it's a double thumbs up, or a fantastic, I would say 100 out of 100 for this thing, because it does exactly what it's meant to do. You do have some upgrade options, and it's just a good looking craft, and it's nice to just relax with. You're able to do quite a bit. It sucks when it gets bugged out sometimes in certain patches, but as of right now, she is working. She does do a great job. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting on YouTube. Thank you for supporting on Patreon, Twitch, everywhere. You guys are truly amazing. And of course, can't wait to see you all in the next one. If you're building a new PC, go through longshipindustries.com, a veteran-owned mom-and-pop business that takes pride in every single build. He built my personal rig, which you can actually see featured on the website. The care, warranty, and customer support are top tier. Trust Longship Industries for your next build.